guys? Oh, I have some interesting hair. What's up guys, it's Ella. Welcome to my channel, whether you are new here or not. Today we are going to be doing a little reading vlog. Actually, this week we are going to be doing a little reading vlog. Today is October 13th and it is Hopeless by Elsie Silver release day. So congratulations, happy release day everyone. I consider this a national holiday. My copy will be here between 2 and 5 according to my Amazon app, and I'm counting down the minutes. As soon as my work day is over, I will be reading. Nobody speaks to me. Currently, though, my current read is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This is the first book in like a trilogy, and I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I've heard Sara finished the series, and she said she gave the third book 5 stars, I think. Pretty sure she gave it 5 stars. I don't know, she gave it a really high rating, and she gave the first 2 books in the series 4 stars. I'm really liking it so far. I am 198 pages in, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to like finish this book and then read Hopeless, but Hopeless is legitimately probably my most anticipated read of like the years, because I've been waiting for Beau's book. I'm like wearing my this is my World Bull Riding Federation like sweatshirt, like I'm ready to go. So I think I'm going to take a little breaksies from this book, and then I'm gonna read Hopeless. You wanna come here and say hi? Look, you are wearing a little fall outfit. Say hello. Look, say I got cold today. Okay, no, you didn't want to show them your outfit? I thought it was cute, but okay. I have to go back to work. I have to do some work. After that, after my day ends, I will be reading and you will see me, but you'll just see me anyway. Bye guys. I'm literally like stalking the Amazon guy. It's here. Okay, I'm so excited. Wait, it's like bent. It's fine. I'm so excited. Okay, coffee's brewed. I'm off work for the day. I've been off work, but like, coffee's brewed, book is here, I'm off work. Let's read a book. So by now, most of you are probably familiar with the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. It's a super popular series. The first book is Flawless, and then it's Heartless, Powerless, Reckless, and now Hopeless. Today, October 13th, is Hopeless's release day. These books all center around the Eaton family. I've talked about them on my channel before. Every single book in this series is 5 stars for me, and this one, I'm 224 pages into this 5th and final book, and it's gearing up to be a 5 stars so far. It is so good, but we will get to that in a minute. This book, so all of the Chestnut Springs books are about, they surround the Eaton family. So there's 3 Eaton brothers, and like the first book is about the youngest brother, and the second book is about the oldest brother, and like it's their romances. And then the third book is about like the brother in this book, he's the middle brother. It's about his best friend and like a cousin of the Eaton family. And then the 4th book is about like the prodigy of the brother in the first book. So it's like all surrounding the Eaton family, right? And this book is about Beau, who is, like I said, the middle Eaton brother. Beau was in the special ops, the Canadian special ops, because these books take place in Canada. Beau was in the Canadian special ops, and throughout the series you get a lot of glimpses of him. He's been in like the first book, he was like the funniest, and then he experiences a lot of trauma throughout the series, and in other books you get like pieces of him. Like in one of the books something happens, and then in another book it's him dealing with it and like lashing out at his family, and so you get all of those pieces of Beau throughout the entire series. So then to finally get his book, I've been waiting. Something else you get throughout the entire series is that the Eaton family is like the town royalty. Everybody absolutely loves them. And on the other end of the spectrum is the Jansen family, and the Jansen family, they're like drug addicts and criminals, and they're just like, and they're not nice people just in general. And it's all boys except for the youngest daughter, who's a girl named Bailey. She's who this book is with. Bailey is 22, Beau's 35, so there's like an age gap. And then it's also fake engagement of convenience trope, and then like tortured hero. So yeah, it's phenomenal. Like I said, I'm 224 pages in. Basically, I mean, I feel like I can't tell you anything about the actual like plot. That's the gist of the series. And kind of a little bit about, but like obviously you can tell by the cover, like it's an engagement of convenience. They're engaged for a mutually beneficial purpose. It's what like a marriage of convenience or a fake dating, or like that's what those books are. And it's so good. And I have this habit of every single Elsie Silver release day, I finish the book on the release day. Her Elsie Silver books and Emily Henry books, the day they come out is the day I finish the book. And it's probably gonna be the same. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to reading, and I'll see you whenever I can pull myself away from this book again. Start recording clips of me reading right in the middle of, or like not in the middle, right before a spicy scene, so I get like video footage of me reading very spicy scenes. There is nothing more stressful than the last 100 pages, ignore my dog, the last 100 pages of a romance novel when things are going well. I'm on page like 441, there's 533 pages, I think it means I have like 92 pages left. Things are going well. Something's gonna hit the fan. And I think I might know what it is. I have a prediction. But I don't know. My friend's coming to pick me up, which is why I'm in different clothing. My friend's coming, it's still the same day, like it's still the day this came out. My friend is coming to pick me up, we're gonna go get crumble cookies. And then I'm gonna come back and I will definitely be finishing this book tonight. My dog has opinions, so I'm gonna go address his opinions and his concerns and his complaints. And then, yeah, I'll probably talk to you guys again after I finish this book. 11:57 on the day this book was released. The day this book was released, and I finished it, which means that I think, except for Powerless, I'm not positive about Powerless, but Flawless, Heartless, Reckless, and Hopeless, I finished them all the day they came out, and I've rated them all 5 stars. This whole series, legitimately a 5-star series. Maybe someday I'll rank them, but I think I'll have to reread them multiple times before I rank them. Yeah, 5 stars. I really want a Ford Grant book. I really want a book about Willa's brother in this series. Willa is my favorite, one of my favorite book characters ever. I absolutely adore her, and it's not just because she's a ginger, although that does help her cause. I just think that, like, she's phenomenal, and that has nothing, she's heartless. That she's not the main character in this book. I did love Bailey too, but it just, like, Willa did some stuff in this book that I was like, yeah. She's just always down to help out the Eatons, right? Like, I absolutely love her, and I think that's what makes Heartless my favorite. And then I told you I can't even rank them. 5 stars, absolutely loved it. And now I'm going to, tomorrow, because it's midnight and my camera doesn't want to focus, I'm going to continue reading The Prison Healer. I'm gonna go back to that bad boy. But yeah, finished Reckless. Finished Hopeless by Elsie Silver. 5 stars. Absolutely obsessed and just in love and in awe. And blurry! I'm getting mad at my camera, okay. It is now Saturday. I have my Saturday morning Dunkin'. It is absolutely pouring outside, and like I said last night, I finished Hopeless by Elsie Silver. I would grab it, but it's up there, and I don't feel like it's sounds like a lot of work. Finished Hopeless by Elsie Silver, gave it 5 stars, absolutely loved it, and I don't know what else to say about the book besides the fact that I absolutely loved it. It lived up to all of my expectations that I had of Beau's book. It was phenomenal. Now I'm going back to reading The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This is a young adult book, and I'll tell you a little bit about what it's about, and then I'll tell you my feelings on it. This book is about a 17-year-old girl named Kiva, and Kiva's in a prison called Zalendov. Nobody leaves Zalendov once they're in Zalendov. That's the prison. And she is the prison healer. Everybody in Zalendov has jobs. Some people work in the kitchen, some people work in the mines. She is the prison healer. And she is also, because she's the prison healer, she, like, when they get new prisoners into Zalendov, she checks them out, makes sure that they don't have any diseases that they're spreading, and then she brands them with, like, the Z on their hands, things like that. So she's the first person to see prisoners when they come in. And in this world, it is fantasy, so, like, there's this magic that stems from one specific family line, and there's debate over who in that family line should have the throne. So there's the people that do have the throne, and then there is the rebels who think that someone else should be in power. And one day, Kiva is doing her job, and the newest prisoner is the rebel queen, is the one that everybody thinks should have or like all the rebels think should have the throne. She has finally been captured, but she's very, very sick. She's unconscious, and her punishment is that, or like her sentencing basically, is determined by these 4 trials that the rebel queen has to perform, and they are each representative of an element. Nobody, I think, actually has ever gotten past the 2nd trial. For reasons that you find out when you read the book, Kiva wants the rebel queen to stay alive. So she agrees. She's like, look, this lady is way too sick to compete in these trials. I will take her place, even though Kiva has no magic, and you kind of need magic to complete the trials. And so, yeah, that's kind of all that's happened in the first 200 pages of this book. And I think, so Sara said that this book started out slow and then the end got really crazy and you wanted to read the next book. And I can definitely see that. Like I said, I've read 200 pages and I feel like I'm reading it and getting through it pretty quickly, but it is kind of boring at parts. Like there are parts that definitely could be cut out, and there's certain backstory that I don't really care about, but I think the writing is really easy to get through. I think that I'm very interested in the potential romance in this book. Very little has happened on the romance front, but I'm interested in the potential romance, and I love all of the characters in this book. I love Kiva. I love Jaren, who I think is going to be the love interest. There's like a little kid. His name's Trip. I love him. There's so many people in this book that I love. So I'm reading for the characters because I am really interested in them, and I'm excited because Sara finished the whole series, and she said the third book is like, there is a very like clear found family element to these books, and the third book they're all together for the whole book and going on like a quest, and so I'm really excited because I absolutely adore these characters. So far, I'm enjoying it. It is a little bit boring, but I like the characters, so I'm excited to see where the story goes, and as I said, I've been informed that there's a lot of twists and turns in this book, so I'm excited to see what those twists and turns are. And I don't know how many pages are in it because I'm scared to check. Normally, the first thing I do is I check how many pages are in the back of the book, but I don't want anything spoiled. So I think I checked on Goodreads and it's like 410 or something like that, like a little over 400. So we're just about 50% of the way through, and I'm hoping to finish this today or tomorrow. And I'm really enjoying it, so yeah. So last night while I was babysitting, I finished The Prison Healer, and I gave it 3.5 stars in my head, but on Goodreads I gave it 4 because you can't do half stars on Goodreads. This book, let's start with the positives. The positives, I absolutely loved the characters. I was so connected. I felt so connected to the whole little cast of characters, found family situation in this book, and just like absolutely loved them. The main character, the love interest, there's like a little kid, like I absolutely loved all the characters in this book. I also thought the writing was really easy to get through. I think a bird just hit my window. I was flipping the pages really quickly. I was able, like, it was just really, it was easy to read. It was breezy. The con, and it kind of like goes against that, I don't know. This book was boring for a lot of it. Say hey, Crosby. This book was boring for a lot of it. There were so many parts where I was just like, what, like, when is something gonna happen? Like, when is, like, just waiting for something to happen. And I'd heard that about this book. I know other people felt similarly, but then you get to like the last 50 pages, the last like 100 to 50 pages, and I'm like, what? So many plot twists. Can't wait to read the second one. But yeah, 3.5 stars. I liked it, and I'm excited to continue with the series. Then last night I started just like a little bit of The Heart of the Raven. I don't know why I said that really weird. Then last night I started The Heart of the Raven Prince by Sonia Odette, is how I think I'm going to say that. This book is a Cinderella retelling that I've seen a couple people on my Goodreads, a couple people I'm friends with on Goodreads read recently. I think Sara read this one and gave it 5 stars as well. And I read the first book in this series earlier this month. It was, I think, the first book I read in October, and oh, my bookmark is just actively falling out. I read the first book in the series the first week of October and really, really, really liked it. It was exactly what I wanted, and I have high hopes for this one because the first one in the series has a lower average rating on Goodreads than this one does. So maybe this one will be even better, which is good because I absolutely adored the first book in the series. They're all like standalone companion novels. Like, you can read them all as standalone, but they are companion novels, and they are retellings of different fairy tales. So the first one was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and now this is a Cinderella retelling. I think the third one is an Ariel retelling, like things like that. But there's fae, like they live in like a magical fae realm. So yeah, that is this book. I am going to read this. She's thick. She's not that thick, but she's a little thick. So I'm excited to dive into this one. prince in this book, they're at this ball, and the outfit that he wears is, and I quote, "a lacy pink shirt unbuttoned to reveal half his chest, which is decorated in black geometric tattoos, and a pair of heeled boots." First of all, okay, fashion icon. Okay, prince. Okay, prince of fashion. I keep thinking of the Harry Styles Fine Line outfit. That's all I can think of. So it has been a few days and I finished The Heart of the Raven Prince by Sonia Odette. It is Wednesday. I finished it last night and I gave this book 3 stars. I would probably go more towards like a 3.5 star. Okay, so I loved the writing. I loved Sonia's writing. I loved the 2 main characters. Like, I loved the romance. What I did not love was every single side character. I felt like in the first book in the series, there were at least some redeemable side characters and some people that I liked and were happy that they were surrounding the characters. Every single person in this book made me mad. Every single person in this book, besides like the 2 main characters. I was just so frustrated and so, like, the main character is stuck basically in these like promises or deals. I forget what they're called. Bargains. The princess is stuck in these 2 bargains, and it just, I don't know, I felt the stuck, right? I felt stuck with her and it just made me so mad. So 3 stars, because as well written and as lovely as the romance in this book was, I spent most of my time frustrated or anxious, like worried about what would happen. And that's not what I like in my books. Sometimes it is. Like, there's areas for tension. Obviously, there are areas for tension. There are, like, in books, there's times for tension, there's times for suspense and frustration, and like, it takes a lot of really good writing to have you feel what the characters are feeling. But I don't want to spend, like, I don't want those feelings of frustration and irritation to overtake the romance portion of the book, and in this case I think it did. I don't want it to overtake the romance portion of the book when it's a romance, like a romantasy like this is, you know? Does that make sense? Like, I hope that makes sense. I just feel like there was too much in this book that frustrated me, and that's how I felt about this book. I think I'm going to end this video here. I'm sorry if these last few minutes have been kind of fuzzy. My camera has been odd while I've been filming this whole video, so I'm going to have to work on fixing that before I film my next one. Hope you can forgive me for this particular video. Like I said, I'm going to end this one here because I was compiling all of my footage the other day and realized that I have quite a lot of it. So I'm going to not add another couple of days because it'll end up being like an hour-long video, and I don't know that anyone would want to watch that from me. Maybe. Probably not. I'm not gonna give you the chance. Sorry. Hi, Crosby. Hi. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I will see you when I see you. Bye, guys.